Hey folks, how's it going? This is Seagull here, and we're doing a little special video today with Mimiko as well, because, yeah, as you may already know, we hit over 10,000 supporters recently. Actually, by the time this video goes up, we're gonna be like halfway to 11,000. That's just crazy, wow. I still remember like back when I did like my face reveal for 500 subscribers. I almost said 500,000. 500,000, no, I don't think that's gonna happen, but when I did the 500 subscriber special, I was like, yeah, like, that's it. I'm not gonna hit 1,000. I've reached 500, that's good. It's not gonna get any higher, but here we are at 10,000, and I'm just like, whoa, like, this is real. This is really happening, and it's just like, wow, this is definitely a number I did not expect to reach, and it's just like, ever since toddler stuff and then cats and dogs was announced, a lot of you have been discovering my channel for the first time, so yeah, it's definitely cool that like The Sims 4 is picking up again, and it seems that in turn, a lot more of you are finding me because of that, and so I also wanted to do something special and not just thank you all. And I wanted to do, like, since my channel is themed around both Sonic and The Sims, I wanted to do something for both. So I have a little preview of an upcoming episode of Sonic Mania. Actually, it's the next one. And I'm very excited for that, so I do want to show you a little bit of that. That game is just such a joy to play through. It's such creative genius. And also, I am going to include a speed build in this video. I've only ever done one of those, and that was for like a dive lot that I did in The Sims 3, but this was definitely a challenge because I ended up doing a house. And the only other time I've built something was actually for when I hit, was it? I was thinking it was 1,000. Yes, it was 1,000. And I built that carnival for Sunlit Tides in The Sims 3, but that was also different because, well, that was not like a full structure either. It was mainly revolving around the roller coaster. So, yeah, and that is already under the gallery on my Iron_Seagull origin ID, but I did want to show you a little speed build. Definitely not the best build on the gallery, but I still wanted to challenge myself and see what I could do, so hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So first up is the little Sonic Mania preview. This was really fun. Really liked Stardust Speedway. They did it justice. Hydra City! I knew this was... Are you serious? You would do that to me? Wow. Let's do the Wheel of Feet. Yeah, running on water. Oh yes, the grabby hand! The grabby hand that makes you go fast! My descriptions for things, oh goodness. Okay, we made it. Whoa, we're in Eggman's thing from Sonic 3. Okay. Oh! Oh, the joke's on you this time, Robotnik! Oh, wow, Christian Whitehead! You are a genius! Oh, even this part reminds me of the original Hydra City. Man, it's like been so long since I've played the original version of Hydra City, but it feels like yesterday from playing this. And that's awesome. And there you go! It's a little sneak peek of the next episode of my Sonic Mania playthrough, also with that, ending of the last episode mixed in just because I couldn't resist. That was such a funny moment of getting betrayed by the level that I love most. Just falling on the spikes like that, wow. That's probably only happened to me and no other Sonic Let's Player ever, but yeah, that's my luck. Yep, Hydra City is my favorite level in all of Sonic the Hedgehog, so very excited to bring that next episode to you in the near future. Also, I am going to be doing videos on Sonic World Release 8. You may have seen a bunch of my other videos that I've done on Sonic World for Release 7, so definitely excited to be doing videos on that game again as well. But now we are onto the speed build segment of this video. So it was back in, I think it was like late August, when I realized, wow, we are coming up on this 10K milestone very fast. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna give back to this little community that I've built up here? So I was thinking, like, I've talked about this before, I think, where I was saying that I like to do things where everyone gets something out of this. So I'm not really all about doing giveaways at milestones for that reason. I mean, I'm not saying I will never ever do giveaways of Sims games or Sonic games or whatever, but for this milestone, I want to give something that all of you can get something out of, and not just like 1 or 2 people. So I thought, why not challenge myself and challenge the running joke that I've had going for years that I am terrible at building and that I don't build in The Sims pretty much ever. And actually build something. Like I said earlier in the video, I did do that once for my 1000 milestone video where I did that build in The Sims 3, but that was in The Sims 3. I haven't actually built a house from the ground up in The Sims 4, believe it or not. Even though this game has been out for over 3 years, that's still something I haven't done. And, oh goodness. What a challenge this was for me. I know this is not a very complicated build whatsoever, but yeah, since I don't build very often at all in The Sims, I was terrified to even start building this. I felt like, I was like, oh, what am I gonna build? What am I gonna build? And I wasn't quite sure. I actually, my first idea was to build another community lot, and I started building a basketball court, but then partway through it, I wasn't really feeling it. I was like, no, this is gonna turn out really dull. I was like, eh, so I scrapped that idea. That is not gonna see the light of day, but I was like, you know what, alright, let's just do a house this time. So I went ahead and did it, and I actually did go through some of the houses in my library to try and get a little bit of inspiration, so that's why the the name in this part of the video, at least, is not what the final name is. Somebody else's that I left in by accident. Actually, this is the name is from one of Hatsy's builds. You've probably heard of her, so yeah. Shout out to you in a very unconventional way, I guess. Yeah, but I do call this the milestone home by the end. So you may be wondering, what kind of inspiration did I get? And well, in the end, I just built something. I was like, I'm gonna build a thing, and here we go. I wasn't going for like a particularly like colonial style or modern style or futuristic style. What kind of just happened in the end was, I guess you could say it's a little contemporary, because I ended up going for a little bit of a parenthood theme, because especially like with the kitchen and the living room, which I actually move into the basement later on because I realized I didn't really have space for it on the top level. And yeah, you know what? It is kind of interesting. I still, to this day, don't really see basements used that often in builds. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just because like you have like the black void around you if you build like the conventional sort of basements that we've had since the Get to Work update. But yeah, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna build a basement and then I'll have more room to place things. And oh boy, I'm actually kind of scared about what the comment section is gonna be like because of this speed build, because yeah, I will admit it's not the greatest. It's really not. And I mean, I know it's my first build, and I guess I could have done way worse, but yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna get lots of people saying like, oh, you could have done it this way, you could have done it this way, you could have placed this object there, and you could have done this thing instead, and you could have done this thing, are you stupid, are you stupid, you're so stupid, you're so stupid, you're the stupidest person on the planet because you placed the stairs to the basement right there. It's like, yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, but thankfully most of you do give really constructive feedback on all the videos that I do, so that is really nice, that even like where we are now there's still like so many cool people in the comment section below. It's a really nice thing for sure. And actually, I think it's actually this bedroom right here where the build kind of starts coming together a bit for me. And I think this build made me realize more than ever before that I don't like building structures, but I love interior decorating. I love interior decorating, and I kind of have demonstrated a little bit of that, I think, in some of my previous, like, what I've done videos. I need to do more of those, but I just need to find the time to do it. There's, like, so much other stuff that I do on this channel, and it's, like, I don't know, sometimes I do almost too much different kinds of stuff, but it's all stuff that I really like doing, so I don't know. We'll see when the next What I've Done video happens, but yeah, I love, like, redoing interiors and updating stuff with the latest pack content, and yeah, so I did enjoy decorating all this stuff, especially this bedroom here. I felt really inspired out of nowhere. I was like, yeah, let's make this bedroom that's kind of like for like a goth teenager, maybe even a vampire if you have the vampires game pack. I think I did use quite a bit of pack content. I tried to not go overboard, but at the same time I also want to take advantage of all this content that I do have in my game. So I can imagine that for all you builders out there who mostly build, or maybe even just do nothing but building in The Sims, must be definitely a challenge to keep that balance there, where you don't want to go overboard with DLC, but you also want to, like, use the DLC because it adds some flavor and creativity to the game. But, oh yeah, so then I start working on the parents' bedroom there a little bit. So, yeah, another thing is that I don't really do building, at least the little that I've done in the past. I don't really do it in a very organized sort of fashion. I don't just, like, build the structure entirely and then do the interior decorating after. I do a mixture of it because I felt, especially with this build, placing some of the furniture gave me an idea of how much space that I needed. And yeah, there are like a few times in the build where I like expand the walls a little bit further because I realized, oh, I can't fit that there. I want to have a reasonable amount of space for Sims to be able to walk around, because yeah, it's not fun when you see a house on the gallery that you really like, and then you see that, oh no, there's routing issues, like my Sims can't get to their bed or whatever. And then, yeah, back here, so, I didn't want to just build a square box, so I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I have to try a little bit harder than that, so I didn't want to do anything overly complicated, and I didn't want to do anything too simple, so I did want to have at least a little bit of shape around the back, so I did that, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for a little bay window thing of sorts, even though I couldn't fit an actual bay window in there, but at least I kind of had the look going for it. And yeah, the bedroom, I really wanted to use the new double bed that we got in the new update we got to celebrate the 3-year anniversary of The Sims 4 being released, so I'm really glad that I got to use that. And in about a second here, we're going to actually work on the basement, and I'm sure at this point you've realized that, well, there's no bathroom on the first floor. Yeah, I'm sure this is going to be the source of many rude comments, but yeah. I realized a little bit too late that I couldn't fit a bathroom on the first floor, so I was like, that was another reason that I built the basement, so I could put the bathroom in there. So hey, at least there's a bathroom. And really, I guess I did put myself in a bit of a corner of building this on a 20 by 20 lot, but I didn't want to really like build on a huge lot and then have it so that only some people would be able to use it because they wouldn't have like any of their 64 by 64 lots left or didn't want to replace them or whatever. So I was like, okay, so let's go for more flexibility here. So I went for 20 by 20. So it's like, okay, maybe there's not too many of those in the game, but at least it'll fit on 20 by 30 lots too. So that's what I went with in the end. And with the style of the bathroom, that just kind of came together because of the swatch that I chose for the shower tub combo from Parenthood that I really love. And I was like, okay, so how are we gonna go about this? Oh, okay, let's make this orange, because usually when I think of bathrooms I think of like blue tiled, but no, did something something a little different this time. And I did want this house to show its age a little bit, so that's why there's some cracks in the bathroom as well as the kitchen that you might have seen earlier. And now we are doing the living room finally, where I've moved it down here so I couldn't fit it upstairs, and I was like, okay, let's use some more Parenthood furniture. And I wanted to use like that 4x4 coffee table, because like I've never really used it at all with anyone's builds that I've placed in my game. So I was like, okay, let's use this then. And I did want to have some shelves too, because there's so many collections in The Sims 4. So I was like, we gotta have some shelves in here somewhere so you can proudly display them. And I mean, the things like the bowling pins and the other stuff that I place on the shelves, those are just suggestions. You don't need to keep those there if you actually decide to download this and put this in your game. It's just like, I didn't want the shelves to look really bare when you download the house from like the gallery by default. And yeah, I think the basement actually turned out alright. And with the DJ booth, I was like, okay, I gotta have some music. I gotta have some music somewhere. Usually I do play with music if I'm not recording a Let's Play. And so I thought, oh, you know what? Let's have a DJ booth in the basement, because I had like that DJ headliner poster in the teenager's bedroom. So I was like, okay, so maybe the story here can be that the teenager's dad is a DJ, a world famous DJ or something. So that was just the thought process behind that. And now we're going to the outside. I like doing the landscaping in the backyard too, and yeah, because I love having my Sims hanging out outside on the patio and doing stuff there. So yeah, that's what I ended up saving for last. I wanted to make sure that I got the interior how I wanted to, and yeah, I just placed some hedges around the front there just to kind of mask the boxiness at the front of the building a little bit more. Yeah, and I like seeing like the lights like at the front of the house like that, so I decided to place those there. And I did end up going for different wallpaper on the second story, just because I didn't want it to look too monotone on the front. And I have seen with many people's builds where they kind of like have little sections where it's painted a little bit differently than the rest of it. And I mean, come on, I couldn't not place a bird feeder in this build. It just wouldn't be right of me to not place a bird feeder. So there we go, that's why there's a bird feeder. And yeah, there we go. There's the round table from Backyard Stuff, so you can have like a whole bunch of friends and family in the backyard at once. I also thought the water slide would be just a nice way to help fill out one side of the side yard, I guess you could say. Where's side yard stuff? Well, just kidding though. But yeah, we're coming pretty close to the end of the build here, and hopefully at least most of you will be gentle. I mean, I don't mind criticism, I just don't like it when people are really rude and swear at me about that. So yeah, let me know what you think of this speed build, and if you're going to download it, and hopefully some of you are excited for the rest of the Sonic Mania playthrough as well. Oh yeah, the llama topiary, or however you pronounce that word. Definitely have to place that there. It's just like, yeah, Sims like llamas. And one other thing I just thought of, you can say in the comment section below, is let me know what your favorite moment of all time across any of my videos is, if you can think of any. I'd really love to hear that. I'm very curious, because, I mean, now I'm building up quite a history here on YouTube. I mean, not like super long, but 4 years, that's still a decent amount of time, and I've done a lot of videos in over 4 years, so definitely would be interested to hear what your favorite moment is. And yeah, I'm just going to come up on a slideshow here very soon, just showing all of the different rooms of this build in a little bit more detail, instead of it just being like just trying to watch it while it's all sped up here. So oh yeah, and I did make like a few last minute changes after I stopped recording, because I placed like a few curtains in the bedrooms, stuff like that. So yeah, here are the pictures. And that's pretty much it for this video. So once again, thank you all for over 10,000 supporters. That means the world to me, and I never thought we would reach this point. Like, wow, it's still unbelievable to me, and here's to growing even more. I'm looking forward to seeing what things are going to happen in like the next year or so. But I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!